Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Alchemist. In this video, we are going to see the electronic configuration, valence shell, valence electrons, valency, atomic size, ionization energy, electron affinity, electronegativity and metallic character. First, we are going to see the electronic configuration. It is a definite arrangement of electrons around the nucleus of an atom. The rules were given by two scientists, namely Bohr and Bury. So it is known as Bohr and Bury scheme. Rule number 1. The maximum number of electrons in a particular shell is given by 2n square. We have to substitute n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. in the nth place is the first rule. We have to substitute the n is equal to 1, 2 into 1 square is equal to 2, n is equal to 2. So sorry, it is wrongly marked. It is 2. 2 into 2 square is equal to 4 2s are 8. Then 3. 2 into 3 square is equal to 18. 2 into 4 square is equal to 32. That is, the K shell consists of 2 electrons and L shell consists of 8 electrons and M shell consists of 18 electrons and N shell consists of 32 electrons. This is the pictorial representation. The first shell, that is the nucleus, and the first shell, the second shell, and third shell, and the fourth shell. The first shell consists of 2 electrons, that is the K shell, and the second shell consists of 8 electrons, that is the L shell, and the third shell, that is M, consists of 18 electrons, and the fourth shell, that is the N shell, consists of 32 electrons. This is the first rule of Bohr and Bury scheme. Rule number 2. Electrons are not accommodated in a given shell unless the inner shells are filled. That is, the cells are filled in a stepwise manner. Okay. We have to add 2 electrons in the K shell. Then we have to add in the L, then M, and then N shell. Okay. We have to complete the K shell and then go to L, and then go to M, and then go to N. This is the stepwise manner. This is the second rule of Bohr and Bury scheme. And the third rule is maximum number of electrons that can be accommodated in orbit, outermost orbit is 8. Okay, 8. Now we are going to see the valence shell and valence electrons. What is valence shell? Valence shell is nothing but the outermost shell of an atom. Valence electron. The valence electron is nothing but the electrons present in the valence shell is known as valence electron. Let us see the example. See this picture. This is valence shell, okay? And the electrons present in the valence shell is known as valence electron. The last 18 electrons is known as the valence electron. Let us see the element hydrogen. Its valence electron is 1. Okay. It's readily share, gain or lose electron. For helium, it's 2. It's a stable atom. And for fluorine, the valence electron is 7. It gains 1 electron to become an octet. And the neon, it has 8 valence electrons, a stable odd. And then carbon, it is a 4 valence electron. It share 4 electron because metals readily share electrons. Okay. Now we are going to see the octet rule. The octet rule is nothing but the atoms lose, gain or share electrons in order to occur a full set of 8 valence electrons. Okay, the 8 valence electron is a stable electronic configuration. For example, beryllium, it has 2 valence electron. It readily loses the 2 valence electron and become an octet. And then boron, it has 3 valence electron. It also readily loses these 3 valence electron and become an octet. In carbon also, it loses 4 electrons and it becomes an octet. But in oxygen, fluorine, they gain electrons to become an octet. Okay, that is, atoms with 1, 2 or 3 valence electron will lose their electrons, but atoms with 5, 6, 7 gain electrons to become an octet. This is the example, NaCl. Okay, in Na, that is in sodium, there are 11 proton and 12 neutron. The 11 protons are distributed as 2, 8, 1. Okay. In sodium, the valence electron is 1. It readily loses 1 electron to become an octet. In chlorine, there are 17 protons, that is 2, 8, 7. It gains 1 electron from sodium to become an octet. So, Na plus and Cl minus. It satisfies the octet rule. Now we are going to see what is valency. Valency is nothing but the electrons present in the valence shell tend to lose, gain or share electrons. That is known as valency. We already saw that metal tend to lose their valence electrons and become an octet, and some non-metals tend to gain or share with non-metallic elements to achieve a noble gas configuration, that is the octet. See this table, that is the alkali metals lost 1 electron, so its valency is plus 1. The alkaline earth metals lost 2 electrons, so their valency is plus 2. The boron family also loses 3 electrons, so their valency is plus 3. This carbon family, they lose or gain electrons, so their valency is plus 4 or minus 4. If they lose electron, the valency is plus 4. If they gain electron, their valency is minus 4. In nitrogen family, they gain 3 electrons to become an octet, so minus 3. In oxygen family, they gain 2 electrons, so minus 2. In fluorine, they gain 1 electron, so minus 1. In noble gas family, they are already in the noble gas configuration, so the valency is 0. Variable valency. Certain elements exhibit more than one valency. They show variable valency. For example, copper. It exits as Cu plus and Cu2 plus. In the lower valency state, it is known as cuprous, and in higher valency state, it is known as cupric. All the lower valency state ends with OUS. See, OUS, 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 OUS. And the higher valency state ends with IC. IC, IC. Sorry, it is wrongly marked. It is also IC. That is plumbic and stannic and mercuric. Iron exists as Fe2 plus and Fe3 plus. Silver as Ag plus and Ag2 plus. Lead as Pb2 plus and Pb4 plus. And tin as Sn2 plus and Sn4 plus. Mercury as Hg plus and Hg2 plus. Now we are going to see the important property, atomic size. It is calculated as the distance between the center of the nucleus to the outermost orbit. Sometimes atoms do not exist independently. They form molecules. In that case, we take internuclear distance, that is, the distance between the nucleus of the two atoms. This distance is halved, that is, the atomic size of the atom. This is the trend, that is, the atomic size decreases on moving from left to right in a period, and the atomic size increases from top to bottom in a group. This is the trend. Now let's see how this trend comes. Now let us see the trends across period. In period, the atomic number, the number of protons, the nuclear charge increases. The nucleus force of attraction on outermost shell increases. They have the same shell. They tend to pull more electron towards the nucleus, so atomic radius decreases. Okay, and then across group. Atomic number, nuclear charge increases. The number of cells increase successively. That is, increased number of shells overweight the nuclear charge. The distance between the outer shell and the nucleus increases. In this case, in this group, the shells increases. So, atomic size also increases. The next trend we are going to see is the ionization energy or ionization potential, or simply as IE. The energy required to remove an electron from a neutral gaseous atom and convert into a positively charged gaseous atom. Consider an atom M. It required energy and it converted into positively charged gaseous atom M plus. The energy required, that is ionization energy. This is the trend in periodic table. Across period, it increases, but down the group, it decreases. Now we are going to see the trends in detail. In period, the atomic number increases, the nuclear charge increases, the atomic size decreases as already seen. In that, the electrons are held tightly, so greater energy is required to remove these electrons. So ionization energy increases in period. In group, atomic number increases, nuclear charge increases, the number of cells increases successively. So atomic size increases, and then the electrons are held loosely. So lesser energy is required for remove these electrons. So ionization energy decreases down the group. The next property we are going to see is the electron affinity. Electron affinity is nothing but the amount of energy released while converting a neutral gaseous atom into a negatively charged gaseous ion by addition of electrons. Now see this example. When we add electron to an atom, it becomes a negatively charged gaseous ion. The energy released is known as the electron affinity. The trends in periodic table is: from moving left to right in a period, the electron affinity increases. From moving bottom to top, electron affinity increases. Or from top to bottom, the electron affinity decreases. Now we are going to see the trends in detail. In period, the atomic number increases, the nuclear charge increases, the atomic size decreases, and the effective force of attraction on valence electron increases. Hence, greater energy is released. So, electron affinity increases, that is, they release greater energy, so electron affinity increases. In group, atomic number increases, nuclear charge increases, the number of shells increase successively, and then the atomic size increases, and the effective force of attraction on valence electron decreases. So, lesser energy is required for the removal. So, electron affinity decreases. Electronegativity, the next property is, it is nothing but the tendency of atoms to attract the shared pair of electrons. The trends are, from moving left to right in a period, the electronegativity increases. On moving from top to bottom, electronegativity decreases. Now we are going to see the trends in detail. In period, we know that the atomic number increases, the nuclear charge increases, the atomic size decreases, the tendency to attract the shared pair of electrons increases. So, electronegativity increases. In group, atomic number increases, the nuclear charge increases, the number of shells increase successively, so atomic size increases, okay? And the tendency to attract the shared pair of electron decreases, so electron negativity decreases. The next property we are going to see is the metallic character. Metals are those which can easily remove an electron to form a positive ion. We know that metals lose electrons easily. The trend is, from moving left to right, the metallic character decreases. On moving from top to bottom, the metallic character increases. For example, sodium. It has an outer electron 1, 281. It is a sodium atom. It easily loses one electron to form sodium ion. That is a positive ion. Na plus to a, it is a octet. It is stable configuration. Let us consider the second example, magnesium atom. Its electronic configuration is 282. The two electrons easily loses, that is the outer electrons. Mg2 plus, that is 2,8. It is a stable octet nor noble gas configuration. It is stable configuration. Now we are going to see the metallic character trends in detail. In period, we know that the atomic number increases, nuclear charge increases, atomic size decreases, electrons are held tight. So, removal of electrons is tougher. So, decreases. Hence, ease to remove electrons decreases. So, metallic character also decreases. In group, the nuclear charge increases. Number of shells increase successfully. We know that the atomic size increases. So, the electrons are held loosely. Hence, ease to lose the electrons increases. It easily loses the electron. So, metallic character increases down the group. If you have any doubts, put it in the comment box. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos.